Today, I would like to present to you this 2017 Ferrari 488 GTB.
Before we go any further, I just want to give a special thanks and shout out to our guy Ferrari of Philadelphia for allowing me to come out and film the Ferrari 488.
The 488 replaced the 458 in 2015, making it the 9th generation of Ferrari's V8 mid-engine series production car lineup. The 488 will soon be replaced by the F8 Tributo. That said, it remains a seriously quick and potent supercar. Aside from the GTB coupe version, there's also a 488 Spider, which is a retractable hardtop convertible version. There's the 488 Pista as well, which is the track-ready high-performance version with 49 more horsepower. And with the Pista, there's a Spider version of that as well. Unlike its predecessors, where the first two digits come from the engine size in deciliters, the 488's name comes from the size of each of the 8 cylinders in cubic centimeters. GTB stands for Gran Turismo Berlinetta, which is Grand Touring Coupe in Italian. The 488 GTB is quite similar to the 458 Italia it replaces. It shares the same basic platform and it has a similar exterior and interior. In fact, it's more of a heavy refresh to its predecessor. Undoubtedly though, the 488 is indeed vastly improved. Perhaps the biggest change is its turbocharged engine. In fact, it and the California T are the first turbocharged Ferraris since the F40 hypercar produced nearly 30 years beforehand. The turbochargers on the 488 were carefully executed and programmed to keep turbo lag to an absolute minimum. The updated standard carbon ceramic brakes, with similar technology from the LaFerrari hypercar, can stop the car at 9% shorter distances than the 458 without needing as much time to reach operating temperature. The 488's body is actually designed around adding downforce and reducing drag. In fact, it produces 50% more downforce than the 458 with less aerodynamic drag. That's thanks to, in part, a front-mounted double splitter that also increases radiator cooling, a slotted flap in the rear bumper that has the same effect as a raised rear wing, vortex generators on the underbody of the car that also reduce air pressure, and an enlarged rear diffuser. The twin outlet exhausts actually had to be relocated higher up on the rear bumper because of the diffuser. Even the lower part of the air intakes on the quarter panel were designed to reduce drag by increasing air pressure. The other part is to cool each of the turbochargers. All of this helps keep the 488 stable at high speeds without adding drag resistance. This car is so capable, enjoyable, yet livable that it won Motor Trend's Best Driver's Car Award in 2017 and Top Gear Supercar of the Year in 2015. Not to mention it won Red Dot's Best of the Best of Product Design. Those three major awards, and the fact that the car is literally designed around enhancing driving pleasure, speaks to the 488's drivability and desirability. This Ferrari is powered by the F154, which is a 3.9-liter twin-turbo V8. It makes 661 horsepower at its 8,000 RPM redline and 561 pound-feet of torque at 3,000 RPM. The engine is rear mid-mounted. Each turbo has twin scrolls, and it peaks out at 20.1 psi of boost total. The turbos are actually made out of titanium alumini to reduce inertia and resist high temperatures. It also has a feature called variable torque management, which progressively delivers torque across the rev range, and it's dependent on which gear the car is in. In fact, its 561 pound-feet of torque isn't available until 7th gear. This is in order to make it feel naturally aspirated, yet still powerful. The turbo spools so quickly yet feels so natural that at 2000 RPM it takes only 0.8 seconds to overcome turbo lag, making it virtually non-existent. The car is rear-wheel drive and it has a G-Track designed 7-speed dual-clutch automated manual that makes for rapid yet smooth shifts. Ferrari says that the 488 is good for a 0 to 60 miles per hour sprint of just 3 seconds, and it can complete a quarter mile in 10.5 seconds. Top speed is rated at 205 miles per hour, and its unofficial Nürburgring Nordschleife time per Sport Auto is an impressive 7 minute 21.63 seconds. Like most modern Ferraris, this car is equipped with an electronic differential and magneto-rheological adaptive shocks. The E-diff is one of many things controlled by Ferrari's side slip control system, version 2. It also has jurisdiction over the engine, brakes, the magneto-rheological shocks, almost everything short of the hydraulic steering. The system is predictive, meaning that it doesn't have to wait for a problem to occur, let's say understeer or maybe oversteer. It does this by creating a three-dimensional physics model of the car, the road, and its electronics. Ferrari's driving aids are so profoundly advanced that it essentially solves a problem before it can even begin. To turn on the vehicle's accessory, simply locate the red engine stop-start button to the left of the steering wheel, tap it once without putting your foot on the brake, and then all the accessories will turn on, so long as the key fob is within the interior of the vehicle. To start the engine, put your foot on the brake and hit that same red button. Have your power mirror controls here. They are auto folding. Your front end trunk release and your gas cap. And then you pull this to open the door. This is for the electronic parking brake. Fully automatic headlight controls. This is for your fog light. This is for the front end lift, where it will raise the nose of the car in order to clear steeper driveways better. Steering wheel is power tilt and telescopic. When the controls are in the center, they are fully automatic up and down. A unique feature found in many modern Ferraris is how a lot of the standard car controls are located on the steering wheel. For example, the left and right turn signal are about where your thumbs would be. The high beam controls are just a toggle that you pull towards you to flash and you push away from you to maintain. The push button ignition is just to the bottom left and colored in red. The wiper controls are just on the opposite side of the high beam controls and work in a similar way. There are also radio controls located on the back of the steering wheel, with the left controlling the volume and the right controlling the different modes. And perhaps most importantly, to the bottom right is the Manettino dial. This controls all of the driving electronics and safety aids. There's wet mode, which provides the most assistance. And then there's sport mode, there's race mode. CT off basically turns off traction control, and if you hold it to the right, you can turn off stability control. This is to put the car in bumpy road mode in order to soften up the dampers. Integrated on the steering bolsters are the horns on either side. At the top of the steering wheel, there are red LED shift lights. As you approach red line, the lights will start to shift to the right. Just behind the right are the two steering column mounted shift paddles. If the car is on, you would click the right paddle to put the car into gear, and then release the parking brake. From there, it'll go into automatic shifting mode by default. If you hit the auto button right here, it'll enable and disable automatic shifting. When not enabled, you would use both the up and down paddle to shift the car up and down manually. To put the car in reverse, you would hit the reverse button right here, and it will display a backup camera in the gauge cluster. To put the car back into neutral, you would click both paddles towards you and enable the parking brake to essentially put the car in park. Controls your information display to the left. And this is for your information display. Go ahead and go on the main menu. You can control all of your radio controls, including FM, AM, and Sirius XM satellite radio. Just use this joystick right here. And media. You can do Bluetooth streaming audio as well. You also have an integrated navigation system. This is also for your Bluetooth telephone. And this is to set up various different settings of the car or the infotainment system. This is to adjust the cruise control, and this is to see your turbo boost pressure. This is for your front and rear view cameras right here. You also have dual zone automatic climate control. So adjust the temperature on either side. The different zone. PS stands for power start, and it is launch control. Both of the accelerator and brake pedal is fully depressed. It will hold the revs at about 3000 RPM, and once you release the brake, it will launch. Power outlet right here, and USB port. So I have some storage. For interior lighting, this is to enable and disable the parking sensors. This is to lock and unlock the car, and this is to put it in tow mode. Automatically dimming rear view mirror. Well, I hope you enjoyed my complete overview of this 2017 Ferrari 488 GTB. Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow the links down below to support me. And also make sure to support Algo Ferrari of Philadelphia. Thank you so much for watching.